Hi, this is Willow, and today I'm just gonna discuss or give a brief about GDD, which is like game design document. And I already prepared for my own, like the flash op that I was showing you just before this video. And yeah, it's all done, but I cannot really share because then the idea will be gone, right? But it's gonna be really simple yet a cute, cozy one. And now let's move on to what's GDD and why it is so important. First of all, GDD is something that I think every game developer or anyone who wants to make games need to have it. It's like a bible you got to follow. And it's not just even if you're developing it solo, it's also for your own good, that you'll be able to keep track, and you can always go back to GDD to know what you're missing and what needs improvement. The other thing is that it's also easier to break the sections down for your teammates and team, so they can understand. And even in like bigger studios, you will find the same thing. So basically, I'm not gonna like keep you here for long, so let's just get started and get done with it in a few minutes. So these are the contents that I think you should at least cover whenever you're writing a GDD. A lot of times, many people are like the GDDs I've read before, they miss out on these, and you can always use Chat GPT, of course. So here it's like the game overview. Now, which platform you're targeting, or like whether you want to make it a mobile game or console or PC, just make it clear for them. And what type of game it's gonna be, what will the camera will be fixed or not, and what's gonna be the target session length. You can even give, like the title could be just temporary one, and anything like project XYZ, who cares. So, and the second thing is the core concept, like what experience do you want the player to have, what they will think or what they're gonna feel when they play the game. So this is what the core concept is all about, the main gameplay activity that you're gonna target. Now, for example, let's take I don't know, any game, Flappy Bird, or you can say Valorant. So it's like its main target is FPS. You have to shoot the enemies. So something like that. You focus on first the core concept, what you want the player to experience, and yeah, there's this competitiveness as well that they want to create. So core gameplay has all these things combined, like core action, which gives the player satisfaction, and like you have to also set the pace, speed, and how they are gonna control everything it's gonna cover. Next is like the story. Now, a lot of games, they do develop story for the games. Some people tend to skip it. So that's totally up to you, like how fast you want your game to be just completed, and like whether it's gonna be totally, with a lot of animations and VFX and all that, or you just want to keep it like simple, like a slideshow. So it's totally up to you. And also, it depends. Like, if you are gonna go for a really long term project, maybe 2 3 years or even more, then yeah, then this is gonna be a little more detailed than the current GDD. And so there's going to be core design pillars, which would be like the goals that you're targeting, controls, and the core game loop is really important here. Main loop, what you want the player to keep doing. Like, suppose there's a farming simulator game. Now you want the player not to just keep farming, but you also want the player to farm and invest the money somewhere. It's more like a, is it like simulation, or you want it to be strategic, that they need to like sell the stock or sell the veggies to earn money. So something like that, you have to keep all that thing in mind. And the secondary loop is the side quest that you can, that appears, in a lot of games. You might have seen it's like optional quest, you want to do it or you don't want to do it. And meta loop is the long term progression. Meta loop is something that is something like, okay, there's like person A who can only progress if he gets item, like apple or maybe a banana. So until unless that person gets it, then there won't be any progression. They have to perform certain activities or achieve certain goals, and you can define that completely. It's under all this core game loop. Then there's this core systems and like player mechanics and all that. I am not gonna dwell in too deep because this a lot. And these are like the 7 core game mechanics usually the games have. Patches, levels, you all are familiar with it, I hope. Progression system, and like the progression system can be anything. Now you want a player to unlock new stages, biomes, or maybe a collectible. So it that depends totally up to you. Whatever your design, like you're a game designer, it's totally up to you what you want the player to feel based on your game you're targeting. Then there could be event special features, and what would be the currency type, savings, and art direction also plays a really huge role here. Like what type of art it's gonna be, like whether it's gonna be 3D, isometric, 2D, pixel, like these all matters. And then there's audio design, tech stack, and like oh my god, I'm out of breath now. So yeah, and I'm gonna just share this GDD as a sample one, which would be like in the link below. You can access it and you can always tweak it and come up with your own and share with your friends, and even start collaborating with other game devs so you can build your own game that you have in mind. I guess that's pretty much it. So today I just worked on the GDD, and maybe whatever I'll do later I'll be sharing that as well. If there's anything else you would want to ask, or you have any doubts, feel free to ask. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So do start working on your GDD if you are someone who really wanna make a game. Bye.